everyone, MadCrafter360 here, and today I'm joined by a very special guest, Mr. MiniSuperHeroes Today. Say hello.
Hey everybody, glad to be here.
And so today we're going to be doing a sort of director's commentary behind the scenes video for the Kryptonite stop motion music video that I made for him back in June, July? I think it was July, right?
Yeah, I was over the summer for the Superman movie, and I'm super happy with the way this turned out. It was so much fun. I've done several superhero and superhero adjacent songs that have had fun stop motions like this, and as I was going through the process of wanting to do another one for this Kryptonite Superman song, I put out a ask to see who would be interested, and I got a lot of great submissions. But man, Madcrafter absolutely crushed it. I love his eye and his style for work, and if you haven't seen the video already, I think we're going to watch it together now, so you'll see exactly what we're talking about. But it was such a pleasure to work on this with you, and I can't wait to watch it with everybody now.
Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely been an honor getting to do something for you. I've watched you for like a couple years now, so it was cool to actually get to make something for you. And I had a lot of fun working on it too. It made me get really experimental with the animation. I had a lot of fun overall just working on it, and I'm also really happy with the final product.
Me too, man. So let's go ahead and see that final product.
Okay, so yeah, the video pulled up here. Let's just go and take a look. I'll just kind of pause it as needed to basically just describe like how I did some things or if there's something you want to say. But yeah, let's get right into it.
I loved how this feels like Superman's flying through the air and getting the credits at the beginning. So cool.
Yeah, I know. It took a long time to get like the cape waving right because I had to move it every single frame.
Whoa.
Yeah. So this
Great
one was
shot.
Yeah, this one was really cool. So what I did for this one was I took my laptop and I pulled up like an image from space, and then I put my Superman I stop motion animated Superman in front of my laptop screen. So it's not a green screen, it's just Superman in front of my laptop screen, but it came out really well and I'm really happy with how that looks.
Dude, I'm so disappointed. I thought you actually went to space for this shot.
Ah, I don't have quite the budget for that yet.
Next time, next
Yeah,
time.
next time. Next time I'll go to space for sure. I just need a couple million or so dollars to do that first, but you know. Yeah. Here's more of the cape waving. It's more subtle this time because he's in space. There's not wind or anything, you know. So.
Yeah, so when we were going through the video, I wanted this specific version of the Lex mech, so I know we had to hunt this down for you to get.
Yeah, it took. Yeah, I was able to get it for pretty cheap on Bricklink. I think I paid like 20 bucks or something for it. So I'm really glad I was able to get a hold of it, especially for cheap because it's like a 10-year-old set from like 2012.
Yeah.
I'm also really glad I thought of the idea to just have them just like move to the words of the song as if they're like talking to each other.
Yeah, it's amazing. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah. Came out really good. Anyway, on to the action.
So good.
Yeah.
I
So if
love it. Yes, so
yeah,
much streamlined, seamless action there. Just a lot of moving parts, literally.
yeah, I know it took so long to get right, but I am really, really happy with how it turned out. So I kind of cheated here when he swings the mech around. I originally only had him swing it around once, but it was too fast. So if you look closely, you can see I just kind of like repeated it. Let's like we'll slow it
Ah,
down a bit so you can see where's the speed. Yeah, so we'll slow it down a bit. You can kind of see like where it loops right here.
huh.
Yeah. It's not,
Wow.
you notice it better when it's like going normal speed, but it's still kind of subtle. You don't really see it. So just kind of a, yeah,
Would have fooled me.
yeah, I cheated a little bit, but that's just because it just took so long to get that right too, and I'm still really happy with how it turned out. But I had to like hold the mech off to the side, like so you like you can't see my hand obviously. I had to make sure like it wouldn't just like bend over on like the joints. I had to like sticky tack Superman to the side. It took so long to get it right, but it came out really good. I'm really happy with the end result. I
Yeah,
feel like
that's amazing.
I'm gonna be saying that a lot. I feel like just like, oh, this took so long to get right, but I'm really happy. But it's true. A lot of this took forever. Oh yeah, also there's me in the yellow, and then there's you.
Yep, we made our own cameos.
Yeah. So when we were initially talking about this on Instagram, and I was coming up with like all like the minifigures for the civilians and stuff. I remember I asked you if I could like put my sig fig in the background as a cameo, and you were like, sure, only if you do me as well. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I whipped you up a figure real quick. You had me like change the hair around, I think, but yeah, that's how we ended up with me and you in the video.
Yep, love it.
Anyways, this shot of the S in front of the screen is really cool too. I'm really glad I got that newspaper piece from the, what was it, the DC CMF?
Yep, that
Yeah,
adds
like,
such a great little detail.
yeah, I know it works. It works really well. I'm really glad I was able to pick up that Superman figure like what, 5 years ago now.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, if only Lego would do more stuff like that. So this part coming up, I remember was kind of controversial because I remember you like weren't really set on the idea, or you weren't really a fan of the idea of just like moving pictures. And
Yeah,
like,
I'm ultimately glad we went with it though, because I think it's just a different way of storytelling. And I think it's one of those things that, like, when we were discussing it before you actually did it, I was like, I'm not so sure about that. But sometimes, folks, you just got to trust the director and their creative decision because I love how it turned out in the end. It's just
yeah,
not something I would have naturally thought to do on my own.
yeah, I will admit the main reason I did this was just to like pad time. But I remember like our whole thing when I was telling you about this was just trust the process, kind of.
Big time. And actually, speaking of timing, I think that's an interesting thing to add into the conversation is that, you know, we had a decent amount of time to work on this, but it was a pretty quick turnaround job. At this point in time, I don't remember exactly how much time, but, it's not like you had like 6 months to work on this. It was like
Yeah. No,
a couple of
I think I
weeks.
had about like around like 4 weeks, like four, maybe 3 weeks, probably closer to 4 weeks though, to work on it. Because it was like the beginning of June. I remember you put out that like casting call, and I responded to it, and we talked, and then you said I got the part, and then I think you gave me the deadline of like July 3rd. So I had like a month or so. I had like around less than a month to work on it.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Like I love the communication process, and we were always talking back and forth, getting it across the finish line here. So
Yeah,
it
no,
was a
yeah,
great process to kind of like co-write this together and get it all. It was amazing. It was
yeah, no,
so much fun.
I kept running by ideas with you and stuff. So like this shot here, I just had like a, you can kind of see it on the edge of the wing on the right where it's like masked out. But I had like a stand holding up the wing, and I had Superman like sticky tacked on the bottom of it. And
Brilliant.
yeah, I just like took a still, I just took a photo of it in front of my backdrop, and then I just like kind of masked it out. This is the plane from the Indiana Jones set, by the way, from a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, I knew that one.
Yeah. I don't, I this is the only like Lego plane that I have, and I wanted to, it's like I wanted to kind of like replicate like on the paper when he like saves the plane. And I'm like, okay, well I don't have a big like commercial plane like that, but I do have this Indiana Jones plane, so I'm like I can just work with this kind of some separate
That's
like,
awesome.
a separate, unrelated plane from what's shown, but it still works. And then here, the Man of Steel scene. I remember I pitched to you like two different versions. One with like a more comic booky Zod and like the Superman in the video, and then also just the one with like the Man of Steel figures. And then I remember you said, let's just do the Man of Steel ones. We'll give the Snyder Bros some representation here or something like that.
That sounds like something I would say.
Yeah, yeah. I'll put the screenshot on screen. That way you guys can see it. But yeah, there was an alternate version of this that went unused with just the comic booky suits. And then this one I also had like a couple different versions because I just could not get it right, or I could not get it to look good. I remember I showed you a version where they were over like some image of Metropolis, but you said no because it was someone else's thing, which fair. And then I had like two different versions of it, but I had to redo it because like the sticky tack was really hard to make it like not noticeable. And then so you can kind
Yeah.
of see it here. I have Superman and Lois holding like a clear Lego bar, and then I just masked that out. So it looks like they're like holding each other's hand. And then like you can see kind of the sticky tack on Lois's shoulder, and then also on Superman too, but I masked that out. But yeah, just
Yeah,
kind
and
of
it's interesting, like, being on my side, being, I guess, creative director, if such a term could exist, because, like, in a perfect world, right? Like, if you were showing this to somebody that knew nothing about Lego and no stop animation, they would be like, oh, I could see a little bit of sticky tack or whatever the case may be. But, like, I used to do this with my figures, just like playing with them when I was a kid. So to me, I always want these videos to feel obviously the highest quality, but also like to have that sense of feeling like, it is something being played with and to take us all back to what that was like. So I'm not a super, super stickler for that stuff unless it's like front and center. But I kind of like it being a little rough around the edges and, being able to see how it's made actually.
yeah. Yeah, in a sense, it kind of reminds me of like the Lego movies and stuff. Like all the little details, like because in that movie, there's some parts where you can like see like these fake fingerprints like on the minifigures, and it's like
Oh
really
yeah,
cool
like
because
the
it really,
dust and scratches. It's like that's what makes it feel alive. And
yeah, I know,
you know,
especially with like Benny and his cracked helmet and scratched up torso, like it makes it feel real.
big time.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, this one took a couple tries, but I did eventually get it. This shot right here. So I'm really happy with this. I remember I originally had like a more like anime style impact frame, and I remember I showed it to you, and I remember you were like really confused as to what it was. So
Yes.
I explained it to you, and you're like, I don't know. It'd be cool if we do like a comic book POW thing instead. So I'm like, okay, I'll try that. And then I whipped up this. But yeah, came out really cool. It took a while to get it right, but yeah,
Yeah, I love it. And it's fun, like going back and forth with that creative direction, and coming up with the vision collaboratively. That's what makes us so fun.
yeah. It was a lot of fun to like talk back and forth, be like, okay, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? Oh, I want you to change that, or okay, how about if I do this instead? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was fun
Totally
talking.
agreed.
Yeah, it was fun just communicating back and forth, getting everything right.
Yep, there's us again.
Yeah. Lego Batman movie reference where he did like the rip that was meant to reference the Batman movie.
And of course, had to get that awesome Lex from the 2025 set as well. So cool.
Oh yeah, no, that figure is amazing. I love the armor. So, yeah, the Superman figure from that set too. Yeah, he pulls some Kryptonite. He beats up Superman. This face, if I can get it, if I can get like the frame of it, like it's hard to get the exact frame, but I used like a handful of different faces for Superman here. It was like I used the Bruce Wayne face from the Batman sets, like the Batman the movie. And then I also obviously used like other Superman faces too, from like the Man of Steel or like the CMF one or this Superman figure.
And it's
Yeah.
cool because it's like blink and you miss it, you know, like to the viewer, you might not notice that there's like three or four different heads used, but you know, you see his facial expression changing as he gets hit and thrown around.
Yeah, like here.
There's the Batman. Yep.
Yeah, this is the Bruce Wayne face from that set, but I thought it worked well for Superman too. Like you can see I use the other side as well in some different parts when he's like not like frowning, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like the face when he's like, hang on, it's right here. Here.
Yep.
Yeah, so
That's
yeah, it
the
works
other
real
side. I love it.
yeah. Works really well for Superman. It's also funny too because like in most like continuities, I know Bruce Wayne and Superman like canonically look really similar.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
so
that's true.
yeah, it's funny how that works out in Lego too. Yeah. Now we're getting on to one of my favorite parts of the whole thing. So all these like kind of like flashback slash alternate universe scenes. So like here, this is from Injustice when Superman kills the Joker. So I use the CM I use the backside of the CMF head with like the really angry looking laser vision. And then I use the Joker from I think this is the one from the 89 Batmobile set, the more recent one. And then this Batman's the one from the like the 2015 sets kind of.
Yep. Everybody matched up really well for this scene.
Yeah. And then I had it kind of the way I have it like this is to kind of match up with the lyrics. So I have the Injustice scene here where it goes like, if I go crazy, will you still call me Superman? And so might as well show Injustice, the thing where Superman does go crazy.
Yep.
And then like, if I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? So the death of Superman.
Okay.
I
Yep.
had a lot of
Love it.
yeah, I had a lot of fun putting this scene together too because I use like pieces from a whole bunch of different sets. So like I have this pole here with Superman's cape waving, which took a while to get right. Like I have
Yeah.
some like debris and stuff from like Star Wars sets. Like these two like pillars in the back, they're actually from the First Order AT-AT set.
No way. That's cool.
Yeah, but it works really well. I'm really glad with how it turned out, as I keep saying. Yeah, you can't really tell here in this shot either, but the Superman figure that I'm using is actually like the original classic one from like 2012, the one that came in the Lex mech set.
That set really came in handy. And there's one more figure from that set that we'll see here soon.
Yes, indeed. And then this shot of Superman in the chains was kind of meant to be an homage to the, you know that cover when he like breaks free from the chains?
Yep, love it. And it matched up so well with the scream that I did in the recording with the camera shaking. Loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, so when I first heard your recording, I knew from the start that I wanted to do something like that. Where like he breaks free from the chains because I have a poster actually of that cover in my room. So I
Oh,
immediately
no
thought
way.
of that. I'm like, oh man, that would be like really sick with like him breaking free from the chains as like the voice of the song is screaming.
Yeah, and it's fun too, like how at this part of the song we're kind of going through Superman's psyche of what he's thinking about and why he's Superman and why he does what he does. I think that
Yeah,
that's such a neat visual representation, and in a lot of ways, you know, speaking artistically, I feel like that's why you want to have a music video to go with it too. You know, I think about so many great music videos like "Smells Like Teen Spirit," "Thriller," even the Beatles stuff like Strawberry Fields Forever and all of those things, like adding a visual component of the artist singing their song or performing it or dancing to it really does help kind of cement another element to it. And of course, in this one, I mean, I guess you see me in minifig form, but like to have Superman, the character that we all love so much, going through this and seeing what he's going through, and just telling it through the medium of bricks and everything is just so incredibly fun. And that's why I love doing a video like this and going back and watching it because it's kind of stuff you might not think about too deeply as you watch just the regular music video, but it's actually what's going on. And Mad Crafter and I put a lot of heart and soul into thinking through how each scene would go, and well, that's what we're doing now. Speaking of scenes, let's keep watching.
Yeah, it's definitely a great and like unique way to like tell the story. And yeah, we went back and forth talking about everything because we wanted to make sure we got it right, you know?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. So as we can see here, the Justice League starts to show up. There's Batman catching the gun, Wonder Woman with a thing. Oh, so that's not actually the Wonder Woman figure from the
Oh
Batman movie.
no, it's not. You're right.
Yeah. So this is from some like DC encyclopedia book from I want to say 2017, and like
Something like that.
I
Yeah,
picked it up at like a book fair at my school, and I still have the figure, so I'm like, oh, might as well use that one. It's different. It's different. It's
that's
unique.
awesome.
Yeah. I have no
I
idea
completely
if this is
forgot
from
we
like
didn't
some
use the one
specific.
from the set.
Yeah, I have no idea if it's from like some specific comic appearance, but I just know it's like a cool Wonder Woman suit. It's unique, so I'm like, I might as well use it, change it up a bit. But yeah. And then yeah, so Superman lays his final beat down on Lex. I do wish I masked this part out. Uh, when he's like spinning around really fast and like the flame pieces start like going around to show how fast he's going. These pieces are from the current Ninjago spinners actually.
Hmm, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like the glass piece underneath. I wish I masked those out, but I was already like kind of pressed for time trying to finish this anyway. And yeah. But it still came out really good. I remember this shot here when Lex is like getting tossed in the air and he sees Lois. I remember this one when I originally did it, it wasn't masked out very well. And so you had me try and fix it. And then when I went and fixed it, that was when I realized that I've actually been masking wrong the entire time in stop motion studio.
Oh,
Because what I thought you were supposed to do was take the frame, the unedited frame, and then the blank frame, merge it together, and then erase the thing to like mask it out. But in stop motion studio, if you do that, it doesn't like completely erase it. So let me go to some other part in the video where you can kind of see it. Uh, Here, bad example. So you can kind of see, if you look behind Superman's feet, you can very faintly see the clear bar that's holding him up.
oh,
Yeah, so the way I was masking it before, it wasn't like completely erasing it, but it left it barely visible so you couldn't really see it. But here in this shot, when Superman throws Lex in the sky, it was like really noticeable and really obvious. But I eventually just figured out that you can just like erase the current frame, and it just goes over the previous frame. It's hard to explain, but basically, long story short, I figured out how to mask correctly, so now it looks really clean and seamless. Yeah, so I learned something new while doing this. Yeah, so Lex should be dead, by the way. Like I realistically, that should have killed him. Pow, fatality. Yeah. We'll just say Superman like held back at the last second.
as he tends to do.
Yeah, he pulled his punches as usual, because Superman doesn't kill, unless you're Snyderverse Superman. Then you kill sometimes. Yeah. Police officers come up, they arrest him. He looks back, sees the Justice League. So this is something I only noticed earlier. I don't have the backdrop here. I don't know why, but when I was animating this, I forgot to put the backdrop in. So back here, you can actually like see like my bedroom, like the door, my closet door. I noticed that earlier, and it was
So
just really
funny.
funny.
I love it.
Yeah,
But that's what makes this stuff like, you know, realistic and human and feel lived in, you know? I love it. It doesn't look like it's your bedroom, you know what I mean? Like it looks like exactly what it's supposed to be, like a city backdrop.
yeah, because you have the doors in the background. Like it does kind of help fill like buildings, kind of.
Yeah,
But
and plus the fact that the walls are blue makes it feel like the sky too. So just
yeah, exactly.
really,
Like
really
yeah,
lucked out.
works out that my bedroom wall is blue. But yeah, just kind of something interesting that I only noticed recently. I didn't see this when I made the video. I'm surprised it took me this long, like what, like 5 months to notice it. But yeah,
So funny. Yeah, I didn't notice, and not a single person commented on the video. Now I guess people could go back to my channel and comment and be like, "Hey, but back in the day when it came out, nobody noticed."
yeah. It's like, hey, wait a minute, I see it now. There's doors back there.
Yep, that's so funny. But it's like a actual movie though. Like that's what happens in a lot of real movies. People
Yep.
don't notice till way after it comes out.
Just like Mandalorian season 2, the jeans guy.
Oh yeah, the jeans guy and the coffee cup in Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So it's always funny seeing stuff like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so the Justice League here. So I use a whole like a bunch of different figures. So this cyborg is from Lego Dimensions, except if you look closely, I actually use Rhodey's head from the Hall of Armor set. Not the most recent one, but the one before that that had Whiplash in it. I
Such
used
a better decision.
yeah,
Works
I
great.
yeah, I used that head because the one that they had for Cyborg, because this is the one from Lego Dimensions. The one they had was like this really joyful smiley face and like this angry face, and I'm like, I don't think either of those faces work. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll see if there's another head I can use, and I found Rhodey, and I'm like, oh, this works really well.
The
Flash
irony is
here's
back in the day at that time they were using that head on Rhodey as well in 2016. So
oh
it's
yeah,
just
that's
kind
right,
of
they were.
ironic.
I actually forgot
Yeah,
about
from
that.
Civil War.
Yeah, and then the Flash here, he's the one from the 2015 sets, except I gave him dual molded legs. Batman here, he's from the I want to say 2020 it was, like the Rebirth suit. And then I gave him dual molded legs as well. Like I said, this Wonder Woman is from that DC book. This is Green Lantern, also from 2015, except I gave him a different hair because I actually lost his original hair like years ago. So I just gave him I gave him actually the Bruce Wayne hair from the Batman. So his head went to Superman, his hair went to Green Lantern.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, and then Aquaman figure is just the classic Aquaman figure from 2012 that they used for like a lot of years.
Yep, love it.
But yeah, that's my
And
Justice League.
just like in Peacemaker, they showed up too late.
Yep. Yeah. I also have Shazam, and I was originally gonna have him be here too, but the more I thought about it, I was thinking I think it'd be better to just have it be like the main seven and not just Shazam is just there. Like I think having the main seven there would be better.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it does start to get pretty crowded, and if there's too many, then there's too many, and I think it worked out. I think it was a good lineup.
Yeah. I don't Yeah. I don't really have many of the other Justice League members. I didn't really get a whole lot of the Batman movie stuff. So I know because I know they made a bunch of Justice League figures for that theme, but
Oh my gosh, yeah, there were so many.
yeah, no, I missed out on a lot of those. I don't have like Martian Manhunter or Supergirl or anything like that. Everything you see here plus Shazam is like basically everything I have as far as Justice League members go.
Well, you got all the great ones.
Yeah. And then also another quick Easter egg. The order I have these here is the same order that they're on in some of like the new 52 promotional stuff. Like I have another poster in my room that's
Oh,
like the main seven Justice Leaguers and like their new 52 suits. And they're in like this specific order, except the only difference is like Superman's supposed to be in the middle.
I love it.
Yeah, so there is like a direct like Easter egg kind of that this is. And then also a quick animation trick. So notice how they're kind of like in like a triangle, kind of like Batman and Wonder Woman at the front, then Hal and Flash and Aquaman and Cyborg in the back. So when I did this shot, it's not letting me pause. When I did this shot, when the camera like focuses over the Justice League, I like rearranged them all so they're like kind of like slanted. That way you can see all of them. Yeah,
Man,
just a
so cool.
yeah, just a like camera trick kind of. And then Lois. This final shot with Superman, as usual, took forever to get the cape moving right. And then there's you.
Hey, I know that guy.
Yes. Kryptonite, available everywhere now. Go listen to it.
Yes, definitely. And yeah, it was so fun to, put this entire thing together. I had the idea to do the song in general earlier in the year, but it just didn't really come together until closer to the movie. And so by the time I knew I was going to do the song and put it all together, then we put the video together and well, we've watched the entire thing together now. I've said together a lot,
Yeah.
but it was really, really fun to put this
Yeah.
together. And Madcrafter, you are the absolute best to work with, dude. You absolutely have such great vision and you're such a great collaborator. And even just in the last couple minutes here, going through all the details of how you lined up the figures and designs and stuff, just that attention to detail will absolutely get you far in life. And I'm super, super grateful that we got to work together on this one and get started. And hopefully it won't be the last one we do together too.
Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot of fun working with you. As I said, it was great communicating back and forth, making sure everything was right. Yeah, I just had to put I put a lot of attention to detail in this with like the order of like the characters, as I said, or like the references, like Death of Superman or Injustice and the Man of Steel. Yeah, I had a lot of fun putting this together overall. It was a lot of work, but I'm as I kept been saying throughout this video, I'm really really glad with how it turned out. And yeah, I'm really glad I was able to get to work on this with you. It was a lot of fun.
Me too, man. I couldn't agree more. And we'll definitely do another one down the road and we'll definitely do it with more lead time.
Yeah. Yeah, making a whole 3.5 minute video in like a month was a lot of work. I think that's the fastest I've ever like grinded out of stop motion in my life.
Man, well, you did a great job and it's the testament speaks for itself. So thanks to everybody who's tuned in and listened to us do our little duo directors breakdown on this. And of course, you can check out the full song on my channel, see the whole music video, and it's available on every streaming platform. So thanks to everybody who's watched to this point, and can't wait to work with Madcrafter all over again and do another.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, subscribe to Mini Superheroes Today, obviously, if you're not already. Yeah, go give Kryptonite a listen. Go give the music video a watch. It's great. We did a lot of work. We came out really good. But yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day, and I will see you guys, and we will see you guys, well, in our next video. Bye!